You have been warned. This video will make you smile. If you don't believe us, try watching without smiling. We dare you. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Are you ready for an adventure? Then let's get started. A brave warrior is standing on top of a tank. He is dressed in military clothes and has a serious expression on his face. The only problem is he's actually a cartoon cat. What kind of army is this anyway? The cat looks around. He sees two penguins with guns and a dog wearing a hat. They look scared. This cat is their leader, and even though he doesn't seem to know what he's doing, they trust him. Right now they are in the middle of a boot camp. One of the penguins is practicing shooting while the other one is trying to climb a rope. It's not going very well, and the dog is lying down in the mud. Is that supposed to be camouflage? The cat puts his paws on his hips and meows into his walkie-talkie. He gives orders, but we can't hear what he is saying because he is using a banana as a walkie-talkie. This must be urgent. The penguin who was climbing the rope falls right into the water. Does anyone have a lifebuoy? The cat jumps off the tank to help him. Meanwhile, the other penguin waddles up to the tank and asks the dog, "Hey, you want to switch places?" "Okay," says the dog, "but please fix my hat." The penguin agrees. Now he's the one who is supposed to be guarding the tank, but he's not very good at it. He opens the hatch and peeks outside. Boo! The cat comes back with the other penguin, and both of them shake their heads at the clumsy soldier. Maybe they should just stick to swimming. The cat climbs back onto the tank. This time he takes the banana out of the walkie-talkie and listens seriously. He better hurry up. There's some kind of emergency. He quickly runs to the other side of the tank and presses a red button. Colorful balloons come out of the cannons instead of bombs. This is more like it. This is gonna be a piece of cake. Wait, where did the cat go? He disappears through another hatch on top of the tank. The dog looks around confused and then follows the cat. The other two penguins jump into the water. They think it's bath time, but really it's just a big lake. The dog wades into the water after them. Suddenly, the sky lights up with fireworks. The cat and the dog look up in awe. The cat takes off his hat and bows slightly. The fireworks explode in different colors above them. The dog tilts his head and looks at the cat. "Do you think," he asks, "that we could be friends?" The cat nods slowly and licks the dog's ear. "That sounds good to me." The two of them sit next to each other on the ground as the others play in the lake. The sunset paints the sky in beautiful colors. It's time to relax after a long day of hard work. The cat stretches and yawns. Even though they might not be the best soldiers, they're still a great team. And you know what? This old tank is pretty comfortable. The dog lays down and closes his eyes. The cat curls up on the tank and falls asleep. The two penguins are having a great time in the lake. They swim around each other and splash each other with their paddles. One of them dives under the surface and pops up right next to the sleeping cat. He wakes up with a start and sees the funny face of the penguin right in front of him. "Did I scare you?" the penguin asks. The cat shakes his head and smiles at him. "No, it's okay," he says, "but can you keep it down a bit? Some of us are trying to sleep." The penguin nods and swims away. He's not making any noise now, but the cat can still hear him splashing around. He puts his paws over his ears and tries to focus on his breathing. The other penguin comes closer and asks, "Hey, do you want to race to the other side of the lake?" The cat looks at him and replies, "I'm sorry, but I'm not really in the mood for playing right now." The penguin shrugs and dives into the water. He swims alongside the sleeping cat and dog. This is so boring. There has to be something fun around here. The cat opens one eye and notices something strange. "What is that?" "It looks like a giant yellow rubber duck." He tells the penguin about it, and they both paddle over to investigate. The cat dives under the water and pushes the duck towards the shore with his nose. It floats past the dog and lands right next to him. The dog opens one eye, sees the duck, and promptly goes back to sleep. What's so funny about that? The cat jumps out of the water and onto the dock. He sits on it like a king on a throne. The penguin applauds and says, "You found the treasure." The cat looks around. "What treasure?" The penguin points to the dog. The cat understands and bows his head slightly. Of course, the dog is the treasure. He's the best dog in the world. The cat jumps off the duck and licks the dog's face. The dog wakes up with a start and barks happily. He wags his tail so hard that his whole body wags. The cat jumps on top of the tank again. He needs to get back to work. The sun is almost gone, and the sky is filled with stars. The two penguins join them on the tank. They have a great view of the night sky from here. The cat looks around. Where did everyone go? He thought they were on a mission. The dog tilts his head and says, "Maybe they went to get us some food." The cat nods slowly. That makes sense. They wait for a while, but there is no sign of the others. The cat gets worried. Should he go looking for them? No, that's not very warrior-like. Besides, someone has to guard the post. The dog looks at the cat and asks, "Hey, do you think we could have a picnic here?" The cat nods slowly. That sounds like a great idea. The dog jumps off the tank and fetches a blanket from somewhere. The cat joins him and they lay down on the soft grass. The two penguins huddle together for warmth. It's getting a little chilly. The cat and the dog watch the stars twinkle above them. It's so peaceful. The cat snuggles close to the dog. The two penguins fall asleep right away. The cat looks up at the sky. He thinks about his team. He might not be the best leader, but he's lucky to have such great friends. They're not the best soldiers, but they're definitely the best team. And hey, being a cartoon cat in an army of animals isn't so bad after all. The video ends with a close-up of the sleeping cat and dog with the two penguins in the foreground. The scene is peaceful and heartwarming, leaving the viewer with a sense of contentment.